Okay, now let's get into some of the juicy stories that happened this week. Now, in a recent Twitter conversation, Genge artist Jua Kali found himself at the center of controversy after expressing his opinions on popular comedian Njugush, leading to a backlash from fans and followers. The exchange began when Jua Kali responded to several posts where he shared his perspective on Njugush's comedic abilities. His criticism did not sit well with some of their followers, leading to massive backlash. Jua Kali has since issued an apology to Njugush and to his fans as well, acknowledging that his remarks did not sit well with some of them. Now, I don't know if we have the apology, we could put it up, but first of all, Jua Kali he's not even a controversial person. He's not one of those guys. And also, it is very true. Comedy is subjective. There's so many things that people who can't watch this show, and that's okay. It would be for whatever reason, and that's just your opinion, and that's okay. But then, come on, man. Njugush has been doing comedy for so long. It may not be your cup of tea, but I feel like, you know, they always say, you know, you have to have some kind of responsibility if you're that influential. Right, yep. Mariam, I can see you're nodding. You're like, give me a chance, coach.
Yes.
I want to say something, yeah.
I do. I agree with you. The fact is, like you said, we're all entitled to our opinions. What I find funny may not be what you find funny, and so on and so forth. But when you are a person in a position like Jua Kali's, and you are as big as he is, with as many followers as he is, and he has been on a Twitter, like, I don't know what to call it, roller coaster. He's really been putting out a lot of good content, especially about the history of music and how they, how Khalif came up, how that Genge scene came up. And then you know, choose to take a shot at a comedian who's been doing really well for so long, putting in the work, who might have had like maybe one bad show. And I say bad again because that's subjective. I think it looks like you're taking a shot at him, right? Even if it comes from just a place of,
yeah,
oh, I don't think he's funny. But
that's
you're not
true.
in a position to just say, I don't think he's funny and get away with it the way user XYZ25_B
yes.
would get
1, 2,
away
3,
with
4,
it. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
Yes, Kwat?
I think it's very true that I don't know if you guys have ever been trolled. I know you have.
Of course, that has never.
And it usually hurts when someone you know joins the bandwagon of trolling
right?
you. Like, I could be trolled by 1,000 people, and then I see your sorrow hapo wako chini ati hata hii clip si funny. And I'm like, bro, si ungeni text. Najua si funny, but ungeni text.
But mimi najua kitu moja kwa vile umesema.
Yeah.
I think kuna watu kwa nangoja. As in, unaweza kuwa uko tu sawa uko ama unafanya vitu zako sawa, lakini kuna watu wanangoja tu utajwe vibaya.
Yes.
Wanashangaa, nilikuwa huyu jamaa nilimchukia kitambo. Sijui nitaongelea wapi. So anasikia mtu mmoja ametandika anasema tu
this is the chance
sasa.
And also, maybe the other thing that caught my attention is,
yeah,
for example, Algeria in the last World Cup, they did not win the World Cup because, you know, there are others who are more experienced and who've been playing the World Cup for forever. But how much did we as Africans celebrate their whatever they got to? We did. We really actually celebrated. Kenyan comedy is a child that needs to be nurtured. We do not need you beating it up. Atakama, it is in the level where you do not think it should be. Every move that someone makes towards making it better. Like, for example, Njugush is now making moves into the international community, and there are younger comedians who are trying to follow suit. They're trying to make it like he has. And whatever moves he's making, they are a path that others will follow after him. So if you're in the position that you are, position of influence, and people listen to you, please don't beat a child that is growing. They will grow and they will get to where you want them to be. The American industry of comedy has been there for a very long time. And as Mariam said before, comedy is subjective. If it is not funny to you, it might be very funny to someone else.
Yeah.
Can I just give like one word of advice? I feel like part of the reason I wanted to reference the fact that he's been on a Twitter, like, you know, good, like streak actually, a really good streak of good content, is because that app is the one place where they will love you today with all their hearts, and tomorrow they'll turn on you like you
with all their hearts.
With all their hearts, like you didn't even exist. There was no love there. Nothing is ever lost. And I think sometimes when you start doing well and you start being like, you know what, I'm the you know, I can do this, and then the clout kind of becomes a high, and you want more of it, and then they turn on you, and you're like, actually, these people never had my back. It's the one place where you can never just be successful for the sake of being successful. Ukiona unapendwa sana uko, step back before they cancel you.
Yeah.
That is true.
Haitaisha. Unajua kitu inanikasirisha na hiyo story. Hata sio hiyo story ya Njugush na Jua Kali. nikiangalia kwa hiyo Twitter hiyo vile inashuka nilipata joke yangu imerushwa hapo ati comedy inaweza kuwa ngumu. So nipoa pia mniambie pole kwa sababu waliweka hapo na unajua Wakenya wakitaka kumaliza kitu anafanya anaingia anakata mahali hata ueleweki. Anakata ana make sure hapa hawataelewa alikuwa anasema nini.
Na unajua there is something nimewahi sema before.
Quite, we have to take a quick break. I'm so sorry. Can you tell us about things you've been saying before after the break? Can we do that? We can do that, yeah? All right. Anyway, so Tom Daktari, yani out of context. Watu hawaelewi. Ati mimi napenda wasichana full stop. You know, like, but you wanted to say more.
Yeah. Or you actually said more.
Yeah. Or you did say more, but then they didn't capture that. Anyway, I completely understand. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think that Jua Kali was on the right tweeting his opinions? Because he's also, I mean, entitled to them. He can say whatever it is that he feels. But do you think, given his position and the kind of influence he has, he shouldn't have done that? I would love to hear from you at The Trend Live. We're about to take a short break. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. More trending stories to be discussed after the break.